Huh, just realized something. I see. Boom, boom. Hello, hello. This I. Welcome. Name is Krwzyn, and we are here for coffee talk. Ooh, hibiscus and butterfly time. Speaking of, I think it's like second to the last. Hopefully, but yeah, like 10th day. Yup, we can knock this down. Hopefully, we chill and we read for today. Evening Whispers, free of charge. Robot asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. Social media checking. I'm really starting to get cold. At least chilly. Girl always has her secrets. On top of the morning to y'all. Hungover but feeling awesome? Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. Real and true. No delivery today. Will resume tomorrow. Does that mean she will pop up today? Good evening. Officer, welcome. Hey bro. How are you doing? That silence. Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, bro. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. Been analyzing CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the camera manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared's caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned the corner, and disappeared. Ghosts. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits with what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can werbeasts giggle? Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps really. I see. You know why their satyrs from France are more musical than ones from America? Because they have French. I hate it. E. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. Bro, I've been racking my brain ever since Mr. Yona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see? Ghosts. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at that time was to be referred as such. The general term for, everything. Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. That includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yep, apparitions like ghosts. Ghosts? Ghosts! I see. What do you mean I see? Eh? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Oh well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there've been all sorts of customers here. I mean, some of them are so out of this world. Sometimes literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Even everyone's their own. What the heck? What is that word? Peccadillos? True that. I'm gonna Google that one moment. Pekawaha? Is that like the first? Peccadillos? Minor fault or sin? Huh. Misdemeanor, minor offense, delinquency. Huh. Day I learned. Peccadillos. You don't mind telling me though? May I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Crow. And that's all I'm willing to share for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. It skipped a generation. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just when my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see. That makes sense. The kind of people who could see things from nothing. I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, Zen rock garden thing from Japan. They understand the Zen-ness of it. I don't, but it doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah, but I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes. Why does the lighter always get left behind if it's that important, huh, officer? My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. And it was to commemorate the upcoming new era, it said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. At that time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. How about the Hello, Rain! Did my voice just like break at that exact moment? Hello, hello! How are you today? I'm just here, chilling with my hot chocolate on an evening, just reading. Now about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. Sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There are all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why I had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Yeah, I see. See, the street names just came to my mind last night. You take a guess what it is? I swear, if it's like Ghost Street, you mean Born Street, uh-huh. Oh, it wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. The what? But the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way there's just coincidences, bro. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. Uh-oh. Hear about what happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's, right? Then my luck started tanking. Then broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see? Right. Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron. Some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right. And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, Crow, the place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. Just really bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? I always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because they don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. I think that's a great idea. Officer is a bit wound up. What's that? No, nothing. You know, any patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh? It's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe I'll help you ease your mind a bit? Ah, gotcha. But bro, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it the extra magic boost it needs compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you going to make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Wow, it exudes an interesting feel. It's a magic lighter. Okay then, make me this magical drink you've learned. Crow. What did he say? Coffee, honey, and lemon. Coffee, honey, and lemon. Lemon? Oh, it's really on fire. I was not expecting that. Freaking awesome though. Oh wow. This drink does light up, huh? Have this special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Careful. Damn, Crow. It's really something else. Sure, it's okay to drink. I have no idea. One moment. Well, I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Huh. Check. Wait. Use the brew pad. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, bro. You made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks. Man, at least with crooks you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not that case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Who is that person? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease, I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. Surprise just keeps coming this week. Let me go over there. Know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone. I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. We're truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons? I have not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? Need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Crow about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. So very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. Even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? There are cases, man. I have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much, and when I do think about it, I think who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady or husband had recently passed away. Moving on, and you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband is caught in and is retreated into the basement. I won't get into technicalities of it, but it's hard to get a ghost out of a basement or an. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home, all his stuff is still there. It's hard to get that. So, I'm slowly going down the stairs. I try to coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing and the whole place is lit by spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. And before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at a pottery wheel and he's beside me and... Wait... Isn't that the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe. At the movie night at work, I doze off before it started. So I must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Who are these people? Why are there so many police? Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Hello, person I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs on your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. They're spilling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer William's fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of him, right? Dooley? No idea. Never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. We should be easy since you can see through them. It's best to not overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. I hate it. I love it. Okay, let's go out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen, a lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Crow? Looks like my good luck's back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. Very glad you do. Heh. Thanks anyway, Crow. I did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for tonight. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock. Hmm? People? Best girl, let's go. Mr. Yona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's a construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great, I'm happy you're here. Is there anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Lemon tea. Just blue. Bleh. I forgot already. Lemon and honey? More. Don't like that. Maybe we try actual tea. I mean, not saying that the blue tea is blue. I mean, this works. Boom, boom. Cup of warm summer night's dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. Very whimsical. Groover. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon and slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Giorgio by a few seconds ago. Is that so? How is he? He's been working about that what you said quite a bit actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? Oh, what do you need? Can you give me my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? Email address and the phone number are written on. Were you on a Shirin? Shirin? Sharon? What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It's possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely reasonable though. It's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if it requires assistance, please do let me know. This is the least I could do, as I realize there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer George is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I just don't wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. I'd say you already helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? He was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot of my mind off late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. Though I'm all ears. That may be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective, but I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No, our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I am trying to reach, I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for. They're thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network to make myself known. Oh, sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? It's kinda like streaming. I'd say did a decent impression of her. Or like pretty much anything in general. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it's either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And being rejected by every single one. For some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although perhaps it was more like a necessity? Did something happen? He was stuck? Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last week. Wait, really? Oh, Lucas. Wait, what? No. It's gone. I can't see the post. Oh, I might have seen it. Have I? Did you? Came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Alright, I saw that last session. He was loud. No sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first. But it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought and entered Kerry Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. It had been easier for him to just call a cab. He told me he wanted to know the city better. Midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché? Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. That might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh, I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. I know that feeling all too well, miss. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had jumped through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just can't picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? So real. Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, the number of projections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all end-all? What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. It's a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you or ask for guidance or assistance if because one can possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles. Be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still, Mr. Yona? Ah, yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa. I thought you were located in Bellevue. Yeah. I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. However, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. But how was he singing in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If it not for the fact he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so we had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers, as his fur got rather wet. How? Hope he didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean... Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Would have been entertaining though. I ended up taking him for a drive though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. Late night delivery? No, I was buying pie. Midnight? Yes. Why why? Concerned that you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Crow, will you be fine? You will be fine. I sort of want to know so I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh, why? His daughter loves pie. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family get-together, but the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, so I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, it's a very small kiosk attached to a pub. Very easy to miss. That spot is known as... Uh, the spot is known as Disco Pie and serves fresh pies until 1 a.m. I want pie until 1 a.m. Interesting. Good to know. Thanks. Getting back to the story though. You both went for pies then? Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him for some reason. What did you each get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream. Why is it so descriptive? A large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh, but it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch! I apologize. I'll live. Little piece of advice though, a glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee is not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information to know. That is why you're the best barista, bro. Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. And so we continued our conversation afterwards. That's when he told me he had not given up on his goal despite the many disappointments on his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really? Why? It is, on second thought, may be better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize. No problem, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things you have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. Before we know it, it was already nearing 5 a.m. Must have been a gripping conversation. I am not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him, so I drove him home. Were you tired as well? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Crow. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Crow. Come back again soon. Pink spice. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Research a response over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfi- Dwarfira? Dwarfira Tech teams up with Golemics. Healing concrete technology. Normal schedule. We're like to have co-hosts with me no matter what. I know where I got this awesome sunglass. It's an ad. Heya, this is Bailey. Knock knock, anyone there? Oh, Mr. Bailey, hi. I'm sorry I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. A penny for your thoughts? Ah, you can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. Pondering how different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Honey, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture and a sentence. It's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. It's been on my mind a lot these past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Phew. We've been so much through, there's no walking back in our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. So we decided to give each other a bit of space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Right then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So I think really. How about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus, butterfly pea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. With milk and honey. Wait. Sweetheart nothing. Do you have stuff to give? Answer, Yana. Here you go, I hope you like it. Thanks, girl. That's so nice. Brings me back. Brings me way back. No, I'm not really in touch with my family anymore. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people, and we don't have that much in common. It's good that you have learned about yourself, Mr. Bailey. I think so too. You're just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly, spot on again. I used to have a very close relationship with my great aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how they made me feel. feared that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but that was many years ago. It's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. And that's true. I spent almost all my evenings curled up in a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all that shouting, except when my grand came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances. Boy, sounds like too much IRL, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel. So she went out of her way to take that sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again. Oh, that's sweet. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She was truly the best of them until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. Ah, see, that's where part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get big bad diseases like everyone else. It's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. That's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. Ah. Keeping up appearances. Stroke of life. And that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been a little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. I think where I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Rome. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that is a part of it. At least he is aware. In fact, wait. Oh. Oh. Good evening. Hi, Crow. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey. Nice to meet you. I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, that nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date? I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé. Truly? Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013p probability. Congratulations on your excellent ads actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me then. You're about to order, Amanda. We were wish for a memorable parting experience. I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I think if you've completed your research on Earth, almost. We're quite satisfied with the outcomes of our mission. Interesting. That sounds like a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. Oh god. Maybe. Here you go. It does. It is at least 56.941% different from anything we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846 new experience since arriving on Earth. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it. That's... don't mind me getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? That one was quite close actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I am grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. But here's where your help really came in handy, girl. My help? Yes, the card that we got off the agent. We asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card had been unveiled, we analyzed the language of its communication. Which is quite an interesting mix, if we may say so. It's roughly 60.0923% syntax and 39.9077 mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the ciphertext as, the point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us, or saved beyond recognition, and some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission, which would last more than long enough for him to forget all about us. Whoop, that sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling. It was a very simple matter of applying hive knowledge. Be that as may, that's great work, Amanda. We are pleased. Amanda is amazing. Let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You really helped us there, Crow. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that and very relieved. As we have thought, complete Amanda's good story arc. There's bad story arc? Ugh. We have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement, not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really got in the hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purpose of general Earthling research. But it appears to us that emotions are one of the most interesting aspects. We will be submitting a academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep level communication in hive versus the science is tiring my brain. Wow, that's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title, right, Baileys? Amanda always has the brains of the family. Wasn't permission though, Amanda, right? Pure living does not mean. Yeah, yes. Pearl and I did go on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was. I think. I think I may have found it. Wait, was it the first day a really short time ago? Just a couple of days, but I've been waiting a while. I really think this is it. When I took up the mission from the hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I change, what I was hoping was someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. It's so great, but I'm curious, doesn't being in a hive provide the experience of being seen? It does, and it does not. In fact, we hope that it's something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, is not able to communicate the reasons for these desires. The emotion, as it were, we do not dwell on those, nor we will start to do so in excess. But it seems to us that we may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yes, but what Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to her, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways, I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than most people. When I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared. It's not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It requires some time and even more time to find something who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see clearly and kindly. It's just a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. But does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but Crow, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence. Oh wait, that's the ending. Oh god. Oh, that's awesome. Answers indeed. Take a little time to think, really cleared our head. We had gotten bogged down in the details, in our own insecurities to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fast, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members, whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Baileys. Ah, come on, Crow. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, we also have Hyde's invitation here. Oh, Hyde. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's his obvious plus one. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. You'd like to join us for the party? A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant. And a 0.001% disappointing, we have to refuse. Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. You're going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. Sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country. And maybe a bit farther if we got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is just a fascinating concept. Although our siblings explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling. Which is in essence circular reasoning. Hey, it may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, relax, see beautiful things, enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment as a purpose that is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out. So am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid I wouldn't be able to blend in, that I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, girl, I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home. Well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. I am. But why am I so tired already? It's only been an hour. So probably like not this short, like after the day. Ahem. I think I should order a drink. Of course, what can I make you? I like to reflect the spirit of our coming adventure. Sweet and soothing and adventurous. Chocolate? Oh yeah, there is. Chocolate with some extra make it fun. Chocolate and spice? Chocolate honey? And spice? Is that right? I don't think it works. Oh, what ginger? Oh, it is the oh, the stuff. Lightspeed Traveler. Oh, we like this name. It's evocative and adventurous. Evocative. Yes, it's the speed of light, not evocative of a great adventure. The speed of light. Oh wow. Way to target your audience, bro. Thank you, but do you like the taste of her? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spice of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes. But then honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, reminds me of you, Amanda. How does the taste remind you of us? I guess it's saying you're sweet but with a strong character as well. And that's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet we are pleased. That's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda Silver, whenever you miss Amanda Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I like that. Thank you. Whoa, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink. You enjoy this so much. You're right. I'm just so excited. I can barely sit still. You can imagine the first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. It's like to buy this. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 99.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.99%. Whoa, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl and you have talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on the holiday? How did that happen? We watched Orc Westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel over us. I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and they got along. Does that mean she knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. Very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstance. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like. It takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. I have always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know not everyone would be open-minded about me. Also, I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. As we were talking, I'm so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. My goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, and she needs to know about that. That's very sweet. And in the end, that was the right decision. Well, I would say that if she'd heard your story, that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit strange thing to say, I think I'm proud of who I've become. And want the people I love to be proud of me. What is proud? Proud is for yourself. I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving, especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, considering who they are and what they acting. It's just fills you with joy. We see. We are definitely proud of you. Hi. You two are really sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Bailey's. Chosen families can also rock. Yeah, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. Very true. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end. So it is. Well, should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go back. First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack while she analyzes the Earth's ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely, that is further information for our research. We are thrilled. Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us about that when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night, you two then. Hasta la vista, strangers. Huh? Or questions. Bye to you. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, crew. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose. There's no place that would be better fit. I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled. Louis is going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go tell her now. It's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Bailey's. Yay! Okay, I will call that the night for real. I don't know what I did today, but I'm poof. Slow night. Anyway, anywho's, I'm going to save and like call it a day and pack up Brett. Why Brett? Wait, where's that? Save. No, it's Aqua. Ah. This is why I want to play more, but oh no, it's Aqua. Great. Well, I'm still gonna call it because I am. Thank you everyone for being here. We will be. Is there people online? Are people awake yet? Are people peopling? Go there. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. We are heading out for someone playing Children of Light. Children of Light. Yeah. Wait. Hello? Raid. Bless. Work. Thank you. What? Heal. We got heal. Heal. But